welcome back everyone, welcome back to another week, another edition of the WardiTV Monday, number 36, your weekly dose of WardiTV action. Here we go, we are here, we are back. Whew, not gonna lie, it was a pretty intense weekend. It was a pretty intense weekend full of StarCraft. There was a lot going on, a lot to indulge in. We had a 10-hour cast this morning, and after that I went to bed all day, papi. The entire day I was just in bed, papi. But here we are, we're back, and we're jumping into our first series of the broadcast. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the red Zerg player, the Taiwanese Zerg. It is Rex. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player. It is YoungYakov. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into RvZ. Again, we had an intense weekend of StarCraft with the Anonymous Cup, with the RSL qualifiers, with Sparkly and Tuna Cup, with I was going to say KSL, but we did end up missing out on KSL as we were covering other qualifiers and other events, OSC and season playoffs specifically. And yeah, now we're back. Now we made it out. We're back again. Did spend the entire day sleeping, at least trying to get some rest, and now we're ready. Now we're rejuvenated, and now we are ready to do it all over again. All over again, papi. Let's go. Share my papi, share me in the chat. Good to see you all as we are jumping into our fresh ZVZ. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look back at yourselves. The bracket is live, the bracket is stacked, the bracket is raring to go. And there were some matches that I had my eye on, definitely some really fascinating or some really intriguing matches for sure. But now though, we're going to be settling into set ZVZ, and we'll see how they compare to each other. Two players from very different regions. Rex, of course, from Taiwan, the best player, or I should say the best Zerg player in all of Taiwan currently, and likewise Rex nowadays is mainly a caster. He does spend a lot of time casting, streaming, making content as well, hosting tournaments like the Rex April and Rex March Madness. True, has been hosting a lot of tournaments. Likewise, we do see YoungYakov, who has been competing a lot, improving a lot, and I think even most recently in the Anonymous Cup, went on a massive win streak, winning 9 games in a row. We assumed it was Wayne, or I had assumed it was Wayne because I assumed another player was YoungYakov, but no, that was Yakov. He was there, he was popping up, he was looking like a beast, and he's here to continue that reign of terror. Let's go. Let's go. We are going to be calming things down. Initially, we do have our Hatchcast pool opener, third base on the way for Rex, so everything looks standard from the side. Oh, never mind. I was going to say everything looks standard from the side of Rex, but that was before I saw the initial Evo chamber into Carapace into Roach Warren. So we do have a Ling Roach out of Rex, likewise 2-base Roach out of YoungYakov. Likewise, though, he does go for Link Blood. I should say, despite that, does open up with the link flood, does zoom across the map. Remember, no baiting to defend for Rex. So Rex, he's in trouble here. We have 26 things in production, and will they pop out in time? Will Rex lose any workers here? Rex, he should be okay, but the third base is going to be under fire. And the base is under fire. From here, Yakov does pull away. Pulls away in time. And Rex, he will maintain that base. He should clean this up. Behind this, Rex, he shouldn't be able to achieve too much here. Roach production should be on the way for YoungYakov. He does fully wall off, taking his gases, going into the lair. And YoungYakov, he might be tempted to go into muta play from here. Again, we saw a lot of mutas out of Rex, out of YoungYakov previously. And we'll see if he can get there. See if he can get there. Now Rex is deflected. Yep, there it is. Spire is on the way. As we did mention, YoungYakov has been very fond of muta play here in ZVZ. We saw a lot of that over the weekend. And Rex, he's not droning. He could be, but he's not droning up. He's making roaches. He's on 1 gas geyser. Roach production has begun. +1 carapace about to finish. Again, this is an upgrade that does benefit both lings and roaches. And I believe Rex should be going for an all-in. I say that he does make 1 drone. And did I say 1? Making 4. More drones coming up behind this. Is building up. Likewise, you have a wall of spine cores behind the wall as well. YoungYakov just trying to buy time here for his own Spire for the mutas. And right now there is no answer. There's a handful of queens, if that. There's what, 3 queens for Rex. The Link Roach Ravager has arrived. Rex is here to try to break this position. And he's going for the Roach Warren. Okay. Going for the Warren. Warren is going to go down. Will deny Roach speed. But will that matter here? The Spire is now done. But where are the mutas? Chamber going down as well. There we go. 5 mutas are on the way. Mutas are coming. And the wall has been broken. There are a couple of defensive banelings. And Rex, he's still not droning up, by the way. He's still not saturating. And mutas, they are revealed. They chase down some of the roaches. Rexy does hide his lings. He's going for a massive counterattack. Mutas are chipping with the army. Remember, the roach one was sniped, so no more roaches here for YoungYakov. This base is exposed. The army is exposed. There are 2 banelings though. And here comes that Link Flood. Link Flood, Link Flood moves in. Banelings go down. That's a cancel. Keep going. We can keep going. Oh, but there's so many banelings. There's still so many banelings here. Even with Carapace, it may not be enough. As they turn back around, yep, links are deflected. They at least deny the expansion. That's true. They at least keep YoungYakov on 2 bases. And Rex is droning. Rex is droning. Rex is saturating. He's building back up. He's building back up. Link's pulling away. They pull away. Hydrogen is now on the way here for Rex. Getting into Roach Hydra. Oh. Catch an Overlord. Getting 2. So many Overlords have gone down. So far, 4 Overlords. Likewise, Rex is now pinned back home. YoungYakov finally can expand. And how many queens are still only 3 queens? Oh god, no. Still only 3 queens. The base is gonna fall. There's no saving this. Not like this. Not like this. And Yakov just maintaining that map control. Containing Rex on 2 bases. Denying any mining. Honestly, could even just dive on the queens. Doesn't know how little anti-air there is. Hydra production is now beginning here for Rex, but honestly, YoungYakov now can just fully saturate on 3 bases, and he should be switching. I was gonna say he should be switching into either Link Bane or into Roach Ravager. He has still not rebuilt that Roach Warren. He's just doubling down on Mutiling Bane. Oh god, he's getting so many Overlords. Oh, nice control. Yakov, he does keep up with those lings. So far, so good. Ooh, that's a kill. That's a kill on the hatchery. Rex still cannot keep up. Spore goes down. Spore does go down. Likewise, Rex still just contained on 2 bases, still just can't expand. Like, Rex is doing all the correct things in the sense that he's taking up into Hydra Lurker Viper. Like, Lurker Den is on the way, no Hive yet, no Infestation bit, but he's just stuck here on 2 bases. There's not much else that he can do, and at this point, he's just hoping that his opponent makes mistakes. Like, if YoungYakov, if he overextends into a wall of Lurkers with his Link Bane and loses everything first, and like, maybe Rex can like muster some kind of comeback, but it's looking bleak. Like, that is a lot of spine links. And Rex, he can maybe get a base, maybe a mineral line. True. Speaking of, as Yakov moves out, yep, Rex is moving in. He's going for the bases. Ooh, but the Banelings, they crash into the Hydras. Hydras going down. The Mutas down. There's nothing to stop them. There's nothing to stop them. They can just commit that. As Lings, they get across the map. They catch reinforcements. Lings and Banelings are waddling back home. The Mutas stick around. And GG. GG gets caught. There's just not much back at home to do, or there's not much to work with, and with that, YoungYakov takes game 1. GG. The writing was on the wall for a while there. It was just a really rough position for Rex. I mean, going into Mutas and going up against Mutas, it's quite a difficult thing to achieve, especially if you miss it. Especially if you're committing that hard into an all-in, into a big, massive push for your opponent to already get away with Muta tech. It's so difficult to break them. And yeah, Rex, he was behind from that moment, from that time. And we'll see if Rex can recover. We'll see if he can recover. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this. Let's go. After this series, we'll be going over the bracket itself. We'll go over the brackets and we'll try to catch up on the upcoming matches. We'll do what we can. So just setting up our... Oh my... Sorry, I was just setting up the YouTube title. I didn't even notice. Okay, never mind. Can I... Beautiful. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Incorporeal, we have our... I was going to say Taiwanese Zerg player. Nah, never mind. He has seen the light, baby. He knows how do you beat Zerg. With Protoss, the red Protoss player for Offside Esports. It is Rex. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player himself leading the series 1-0. It is YoungYakov. Let's go. As Rex is going to be whipping out his... Okay, he's kind of right. Oh, he's great. He's an animal. I mean, what do you do when you're off race? You have fun, baby. It's cannon rushing time. Rex, he can now vent his ladder frustrations. It's time to cannon rush my opponents. We'll see how it feels be on the receiving end, or on the giving end even. Jesus. As here we go, we have the initial pylon. Overlord is over the base, so YoungYakov does notice, does respond, does pull 6 drones. So 6 drones are pulled. He's getting on top of the pylon. And with this, the northern pylon should be focused down. And with that, we should be able to get on top of the cannon. But there is a second probe on the high ground, though. And we can throw down more pylons. There we go. More boys are being pulled to that second probe. First pylon does fall. Again, this cannon should be under fire. Yes, we're getting on top of the cannon. Kills a probe. Kills a probe. Kills both probes. I mean, there is a cannon in the mineral line, which may finish as well. Yeah, the first one does complete. Okay. First one does complete. The cannon rush is somewhat successful. Takes down a couple of workers. Second cannon is going to finish up as well. And Yakov, he bleeds out 2 workers. He has to pull away. He has to go back into the main. Behind this, no further tech. Lings are on the way, though. And with the help of these Lings, with the help of these Queens, I think that YoungYakov can save his base. I think he will have enough to save the expansion. Backup probe on the way. The head of the base is getting low. Down to half HP. Oh! Probe is getting caught out. Lings, they collapse on the first cannon. And they should kill it. Yeah, first cannon goes down. Second cannon should be going down as well. And with that, we defend. With that, YoungYakov does defend. He does hold. Behind this, we do see Rex going into 1 base Stargate. Let's go. One base target is on the way. Natural now being taken. All this is going to be cleaned up, and this is not worth it. Looking at the trades here, killed 10 Zerglings, killed 2 drones, denied some mining time. True, I suppose, but this is a big investment, and it delays the natural for so long. It's just such a late expansion here, and likewise very late tech as well. There's a lot of pressure on Rex to make something happen with his army. We'll see if he can. As we have initial Adept moving out alongside the Zealot, alongside the Oracle. A bit of everything. Again, just a really well position for Rex. And from here, YoungYakov on full 2-base saturation. Looking for a third. And there's nothing pressuring YoungYakov. Like, he can just chill. He can just chill, get a third base, build up his queen count, get his spores up and running, work towards Lair, work towards Neva Chamber, Roach Warren. And he sees everything. He knows. Oracle does poke in between the bases. Stasis into the main. Oh. As the Oracle does take a lot of hits. Now from here, what can Rex do? I mean, very often we do see like all-in follow-ups going into like second Stargate, Mass Oracle +1 into charge, right? To make use of the Forge to like rush into early +1 into like a Twilight Council into a charge-based all-in, or maybe even into a Fleet Beacon, into Sky Toss. Here it is going to be a Twilight Council on 2 bases, which is aggressive, and we can still head into something like Glaive Adepts or Charge or Blink. But this does feel very shaky, very delayed. Very wonky here for Rex. Yakov is free to saturate. Lanes a threat and a dive. Rex in position. Stays trapped across the map. Oh! Catching at the queens. This catch the queens likewise. More stage traps here into the mineral line. Oh! Catching out most of the workers. I mean, that not bad. Good damage. Does get half the mineral line. More oracles moving out. Behind this, it is going to be Blink, not Glaives or Charge. Going into Blink. Getting into a standard follow, which means that there isn't like any big timing attack that we're going for. Which means YoungYakov is still just free to join. He's just freely joining. Now going to +1 range into Ling Hydra, and this can turn into a 3-base all-in with pure Ling Hydra. YoungYakov does not need to saturate this base. Stasis traps are being thrown down. Likewise, Lings do hit the third. Hydra's collapsing on the army. Star stepping in. So far, Stalkers, the blink control is decent. But that armor is just not there. we're going for a 3-base all-in, attempted 3-base all-in, but yeah, there's no holding onto this position. Yeah, GG gets called. The proxy is gonna crumble, and with that, YoungYakov will claim the series at 2-0. GG. GG, well played. YoungYakov, he will claim the series. Rex flexing his Zerg, flexing his Protoss as well towards the end there, having a bit of fun. Unfortunately, the cannon rush did fall in its face, was able to get some damage, but nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough to actually make it pay for itself. And from there, Rex, he was just behind. He was just in a really rough position. GG. GG, well played. And with that, Yakov, he does claim the series, does make it through. And the question becomes, who's up next? Exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look.